Pump it up, pump it up.
Trae.
Come on, come on.
With Trae.
Pump it up, pump it up.
It's the day with Trae.
This is the day to gain inspiration, to make a positive change in the nation. We're inviting you to partake in conversation, to raise your vibration. It's the day that we will all celebrate all of our peeps that make this thing elevate. Watch the negative fade away, cause it's the day with Trae.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Day with Trae. I'm your host, Trae. I want to welcome you to an amazing Thursday episode. Of course, I'm excited because later in the show, I got my girl Jerica T back in the building with another This and That Thursday. So we will be bringing you that a bit later. But of course, I got to tell you off the top of the show. So it's a great time for you to participate and tag and share this stream with folks who you feel committed for a daily dose of dopeness right here on the Day with Trae. If you can't watch our TV show, we still have it covered because you can listen to us anywhere you find your favorite podcast. Just search Converge Media Network on your favorite platform and the Day with Trae. You'll find me right there. All right. So whichever one is your favorite. Shout out to everyone who did pour into the efforts earlier this week when it comes to celebrating MLK Day across the nation. This is always one of those days here in Seattle that a lot of people come out from the community. So just shout out to everyone who poured into the workshop and into the entire effort there at Garfield High School for Bulldogs. But it was really great to see people out, and I was able to experience a little bit of what folks are doing across the nation. So it's great to know that MLK is being celebrated everywhere. Such a tremendous legacy for our history here in America and beyond. And honestly, an inspiration to so many different liberation movements globally. So love that we're still kind of in the spirit of that this week. But y'all know, I mean, when I got Jerica in the building, she is up next. Jerica T, our resident stylist, bringing us another This and That Thursday.
Africa Town Plaza is our latest affordable housing development project. It's 126 units of affordable housing over community commercial space.
It's the first time in my career, and I've been doing this for 10 years, that I was able to design for people who look like me.
Africa Town Plaza is a beacon of hope.
Africa Town Plaza is a love letter to the community.
Seattle Opera presents X, the life and times of Malcolm X. The story of one of the most misunderstood figures in U.S. history comes to McCall Hall for an exceptional night at the opera. Pulitzer Prize-winning composer Anthony Davis produces an American classic with influences from classical music, jazz, pop, blues, and more. Don't miss X, the life and times of Malcolm X, February 24th through March 9th at McCall Hall. Details at seattleopera.org.
It is time for This and That with Jerica T. Doing great. It's always great to have you here. For some amazing finds. I know it looks like we're going to continue on this skincare kit we started last week. Yeah.
Yes. So we are doing self-care 2024, and I just wanted to get right into getting our moisture in, and we can move on to whatever products you like, right? Similar things, but we have to show how to take care of it. Because one of the things that we do every day, so twice a day, there's so many routines that you just have to get into, right?
Well, I also want to say too that when we're thinking about this cold weather we've been experiencing, I know a lot of us deal with different skincare issues because of the weather, right? I love that we're continuing in on amazing products to take care
Awesome. So we're going to get right into our smart clinical repair, another cleaning product that's going to go for your daily routine on top of that mask that might last you last. So with here, a lot of times I get asked, what are the two hormones, what are the two things that we absolutely need in our skincare? And I'm going to give your recommends and hyaluronic. So these items, don't be alarmed by the name, but the Smart Clinical Repair, what I brought with me today is the eye cream, the wrinkle correcting serum, and the face and neck lift cream. Okay, right? So just getting into what those products do. Retinol is really good for evening out the skin tone, correcting the texture sometimes when you have maybe anything that may be raised up or any of those things that may have come into your face or that you see on your face, blemishes, marks, all those things. So it's going to even out that skin tone. It's going to also help with nourishing, which gets us into the hyaluronic acid. That is going to plump and also nourish. These products together, you're going to see an increase of 192% moisture locked into your skin.
192%.
Yes.
That's a high percentage.
It is. If you notice, so right on top our epidermis, right? Right underneath that is our dermis. That's where you get all those blemishes. That's where the wrinkles might come. Sometimes we have lines around our mouth. You know how the saying goes. And, you know, quiet as it's kept, I'm almost 40. But so I have to take care of my skin and of course drink your water. But having those hyaluronic acids, having that retinol also is going to help lock in that moisture. And as we said before when we did skincare, the eye is the 16th of the skin around the rest of the face. So you have to have something separate for your eye, something separate for your face, something a little stronger to penetrate here. And that face and neck cream, you're just going to take that and you're going to massage up in your face, massage it back. And again, we might not have a lot of those wrinkles that we're looking for, but definitely protecting it so that those laugh lines and all that we see our lines in our face in different areas. Sometimes you can see them like right under the ear. You can see them around your mouth from smiling so hard, right? Because we're so happy and laughing all the time.
Yeah.
So all of those things is going to help to nourish our skin, lock in that moisture. And like you were saying about our weather, in the colder weather, it's going to lock in the moisture. If you go somewhere that is a little bit more humid, it's going to take the moisture from outside and help lock that in as well. So it's either way, whatever temperature that you're in is going to help you. And this is for all skin types. So a lot of times you have to be careful with using retinol because it can be too strong. And a lot of people with sensitive skin always is very weary. So again, with any products that you hear me suggest or that you get at any time, make sure you try it in a little part, maybe on your hand or a little part of your face that's maybe not so visible for a couple of days, just to see how it interacts with you and if you want to use it all over as well. That's always just a tip and trick when you're trying new skincare products, but this is going to definitely lock in the moisture. It's going to nourish, even out that skin tone, just a little bit of everything that you always need. And they're good. You can use these day and
Well, you know, so this is great that we have kind of a set and things that we can use together. I have a question about the structure of it. You know, right? Let's say I'm waking up in the morning. What does it look like for me to incorporate these 3 products into my skincare routine?
So of course you're gonna wash your face, and we'll do that another time when we bring up some face washes because we have foam cleansers and just regular any type of cleansers. You have your toner, which is going to sanitize the face as well before you start locking in products. What I would say about these is you want to, in all of the products that you use, you want to go from lightest to your heaviest. So if you have, again, like your moisturizer toners, you're going to do all of that stuff first. And then your creams, I would do my eye cream first and then a regular cream or serum. So if your serum is going to be thick, then you want to put that on first and get that all in the face, not in the eye, and then you can put your cream on top of the serum. So whatever it is lightest, sometimes you have very heavy serums. So whatever the lightest product is, you want to use that first and then work your way up to your heaviest product, which would then be like your creams or your overnight mask, things like that. You want to, again, thinnest products first, and then to the heavier
Well,
products.
that's a really good tip too, because I think sometimes for me, I know a lot of stuff is new, and y'all, I'm telling you right now, I got a pretty basic skincare routine, but it works, right? Because people are like, "What? That's all you do?" And I'd be like, "That's it. I don't do too much. I don't wear too much, right?" And my grandmother, she actually, I mean, she was one that had people come to the house all the time. She was getting all these different products, but she loved Nordstrom, so she would be there getting products. And it's so funny because I'd look at her dresser and I'd be like, what is all of this? Like, how do you use all of this? And now I look at my stuff and I go, well, I got a lot of like body creams because I love getting body creams and stuff from amazing Black vendors. I got a lot of things like that. But in terms of my face care routine, it's pretty simple. So sometimes when I see a package of products, I'm a little bit like, I don't really know how to use these, right? Even when I think about a lot of different kinds of makeup, I'm like, I'm not really sure. It's pretty basic and simple for me, but I love that you're able to guide us through this process. Of course, if people want to come through and connect with you and maybe get some of these tips and they need like a personalized package, let them know right now how they connect.
Well, you can always find me on Instagram at Jerica the Muse. The rebrand is in.
Yay.
So Jerica the Muse, and that is JericaTheMuse. Jerica the Muse. You can find me on TikTok, okay, at 5'9" and Relatable. And again, if you need any help with these products, like you said, I know it's a tough time. You get all these things when you get home, but I always have videos for you. You can always DM me. I'll make a video for you personally, or just put it up on the page so you can see how to use these products, because they are very helpful.
So grateful for you and all that you bring to all of us who need the help. Thank you so much. Oh, y'all, what an amazing This and That Thursday. I'm going to wrap it all up right after this short break. Stay tuned. You're watching The Day with Trae.
She can't be real.
You looking to make some money tonight?
Daughter, come help me with dinner.
Yes, Mommy.
So I told her. Hey!
You are not the first or the only. There is a lineage you're inheriting. We are the blessed ones. The blessing.
Let's
All right. Oh my God, it smells so good.
I'm ready, because you know I made it.
Auntie, you made the green.
Any longer on me?
No. Here we are. Welcome.
Welcome back, everyone, to The Day with Trae. I'm your host, Trae Holiday. What a great time always it is with Jerica the Muse. Make sure you go ahead and follow her on all of the social medias and tap in when you're looking for some guidance around some of these skincare products. I know it can seem daunting, or maybe it's just me, y'all, but there is a lot out there that can really help with your skincare. And it's so funny because as I'm raising my boys, I'm teaching them about skincare. And maybe, the industry has really pushed it on women, but men need skincare too. So please make sure that you're tapping into some of these amazing products right there to protect your skin, keep it healthy, and keep it moisturized. Well, I started the show talking a bit about MLK Day here in Seattle, and I just want to share something with you. There was a really special time right there at the rally where some young folks got up and told us some amazing poems and spoken word pieces that they created. And it was phenomenal to see these young children pour into all of us in the audience with their perspective of what was important to them. You know, we had 3 different young Black men up there on that rally stage, sharing why they felt inspired by the legacies of those who've come before them. Some of the things that we don't take enough time to do is to listen to youth, to center their voices, to be led and be guided by them. And yet, here we are finding such an amazing reward for us to be able to do just that. You know, we talk often about what it looks like in the future, how our cities are going to be built, how can we, you know, protect the youth right now, how can we pour into them right now. But there's something that is hardly ever spoken about, and that's them pouring into us. You know, we need to be able to have an open mind. And those 3 young men who got up there and shared their works, their written works with us, everyone was giving them like a standing ovation at the end, because not only were they clairvoyant and amazing speakers, but what they shared was so impactful and inspiring. And for those of you who weren't there, there definitely was a lot of media in the building. I'm sure you can find somewhere, if you look up MLK Seattle, you may be able to really find some of these great clips of what the rally was there to give all of us. And it was pouring into all of us. And lastly, I'll say, when we think about all of these uprisings, international uprisings all over the globe, you know, we were inspired because folks were there talking about how there was always been a need for solidarity globally. There's obviously a lot of inspiration that came out of the civil rights movement and out of the life and legacy of Dr. Reverend Martin Luther King. However, now we need to remember that. We need to remember that when we see these uprisings happening all over the globe, that really it's impactful to all of us when humanity is not being centered, when the love is not being centered, when we see mothers, children, you know, men, women, citizens, all of these folks perishing at the hands of others in the droves. It's just not okay. And I appreciated that there was several different messages that really centered the solidarity we need to have as people caring for one another. So I encourage you to find your way to be caring, to be inspiring, and as always, to see yourself as a part of the solution. And for me, y'all, until tomorrow at 11 a.m., peace.
Converge Media produces culturally relevant content for Black and urban audiences. Our coverage is raw, transparent, and objective, praised by community leaders, government officials, and residents. Support Converge Media today via Venmo, Cash App, or PayPal at Converge Media.